Hey guys, welcome to my channel again. Today I'll be teaching you how to draft a suit sleeve. This is my first tutorial video on the suit series. So if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do so, and don't forget to give me a like so that you follow whenever I drop a video. So these are the measurements I'll be using: sleeve length of 25, muzzle of 16, and shoulder to elbow of 13.5 actually. So the first thing you're going to do is to draw a box frame, and to do that you first of all get your vertical line and your horizontal line, which is the first thing whenever you are making a draft. So you are going to get a box frame. You are going to become so familiar with box frame in this suit making series. So the first thing you are going to do is you are going to divide you are going to add mark your muzzle, which is 16. You are going to add 2.5 to it, which is making it 18. So you mark 18, and then you mark from the 18 point, you mark the muzzle divided by 2, which is 8. So remember, 16 plus 2.5, 18.5. You mark 18.5, then you mark 8 inches from the 18.5. That was how I got these 2 points. Then you draw your line like so, and then you draw the 18.5 line. The first line is my 8 is my muzzle divided by 2. Then the main line at the top is my muzzle plus 2.5. So for my length, I'm going to add ½ inch to it, which is 26. My length is 25, so I added 1 inch, which is 26. So that was how I got my line. So the whole of this is my box frame. In this whole box frame is where my suit sleeves are going to come out from. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to mark 2 inches from the top. This 2 inches is a constant, no matter the muzzle or the length you are making. This 2 inches is constant for every suit sleeve size. This 2 inches is constant. Then the next thing you are going to do is you are going to divide your muzzle by 2, and you minus half, which is 16 divided by 2 is 8, minus half, 7.5. So I'm marking my 7.5 right there. Then I'll draw a line. There you go. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mark my shoulder to elbow, which is 13.5 here, and then I'll mark it at the top so that I can get 2 points to connect and make my line. There you go. So this is my box frame. The big part is where I'm going to have my big, it's a 2-piece sleeve. So on one part, which is the smaller part, is where my smaller piece is going to be, and the big part is where my big part is going to be. So this is my 2-piece sleeve. So let's continue. So on that part, I'm going to mark 3/4 inch. And then I also mark 3/4 inch at the top. Then on that part, I also mark 3/4 inch, but at the top, I'm not going to mark anything on the smaller part. Then on this part, I'm going to mark half. On this part also of the small part, I'll mark half. Then on this part, I'm going to mark 1/4. Also here, I'm marking 1/4. Then on this part, I'm marking 1.5, like that. Then on this other part, I'm marking 1.5 and 1/2. Like that. Just follow me, guys. Then on this part from the main horizontal line, I'm going to mark my muzzle divided by 2, which is 8 exactly without any allowance. Then I'll mark in half from that 8 mark. Then from the 8 mark, I'm going to mark it with that my 3/4 inch. The other time, I'll mark it and extend the line and bring it upwards to our vertical line. Then on that slanted line, I'm going to mark 1.5 like that. Then I'll create a curve to join my 1.5 from our midline. Then I marked 8 inch from there, but then when I drew the line, it extended and created an intersection at our main line at the top. So from the top line, from the intersection to the end of the line, I'm going to get the midpoint. So this is the midpoint of our line. Divided by 2, this is the midpoint. Then you add ½ inch. Now I'm going to connect this line to this point like that. So this point to that point, and then to my midpoint plus half. Sorry, my French cuff is broken, so I'll use my free hand to get the rest of the cuffs. So this is the cuff of my big part of the two-piece sleeve. Then I'm going to connect this side. I'll join my half, my 3/4, and my half at the top like that. Like that. That's half, that's 1/4, and then that's another half. Then I'll connect the edge there to my 3/4. So I've gotten my suit sleeve of the big part. I've gotten the shoulder to elbow of my big part of the suit sleeve. So let's go ahead and get the top of the small part. Okay, I forgot to add from the last line. I'm going to add out 1/4 inch. Then I'll connect my 3/4 to my 1/4 inch like that. Then I'll connect my half to my 1/4, and then my 1/4 to my 1 inch mark like that. Let me draw it so that you can see the line clearly. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the midpoint, just like I did with the other side, get the midpoint and go out by half like that. Then I'll connect to the midpoint, and then from the midpoint to the top like that. Yeah, so let me just retrace the line so that it's clear. There you go. So guys, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do, so that you can follow my suit class, my free suit class. And if you've not joined my WhatsApp group, please do so. I have a WhatsApp group. I'm going to leave the link in the description so that you can follow. You can join. You can connect with me on WhatsApp, on my WhatsApp group. So on this part, I'm going to mark 3.5. On the other part, I'm going to mark 3.5 as well. Then on this part also, I'm going to mark out half. Also for the small part, I'm going to mark out half. Then I will use my ruler to connect, to continue my from my elbow. Just extend the line downwards like that. The same thing here, from my elbow to my half mark outside like that. And also from this part to that half, like the same way I did with the big part, I'll just extend it downwards like so. Here you go. So you can see our sleeve is already coming out. So let me just follow it again. Let me just trace it to make it clear. So that is it. So guys, don't forget to subscribe. So the next thing I'm going to do is from my main line, I'm going to mark down half, and then from the half I'll mark down 2 inches. Then on this part I'll mark up half, and then from the half I'll mark down 2. The same here, I'll mark down half and then mark down 2. Then here I'll mark up half and then mark down 2 from that half. You can see that. Then I'll connect it. You might need to go over the video over and over again so you follow like that. Then you connect like so. We are gradually getting to the end. Guys, it's so easy. So I'm going to mark 1 3/4 from this end, and then go to the top and mark 1 3/4. The same thing I'll do to the other part, 1 3/4, 1 3/4. If you like, you can use 1.5. It's not a constant, depending on the space you have. There you go. Then I'm going to mark from the main line now. I'm going to mark 7 inch on this part, and then to the other line I'll mark 6.5 so that we can have a slant. Then I'll roll it like so. The same thing I'll do to this place. I'll mark 7 inch and then 6.5, and then I'll roll it like so. There you go, guys. This is our sleeve. This is our sleeve. It's so easy. This, you can see, is 2-piece sleeve, and everything just came out from our box frame. When we get to the drafting of the border, it also has its own box frame, even though the calculation is different from this. But when we get there, you'll see it, and you can see how it's so easy to draft a suit. So guys, just follow me, like, comment, and if you've not subscribed, you should subscribe so that whenever I drop a video, you'll be notified. All right. So guys, these are my suit sleeve. These are my suit sleeve. You can see how it is. So when we get to the sewing part, I'm going to show you how to sew, how to make a suit sleeve. It's not hard. Trust me, guys. It's not hard. It's not hard. So if you've not joined my WhatsApp group, please join. I'm going to leave the link in the description. So join so that whenever I'm discussing, you'll be there to connect with me on my WhatsApp.